Hey guys. Hey everybody. Welcome. Sorry I was a little late. I was over there on Dr. B's YouTube channel listening to them. So what's up everybody? Come on in. Real Talk Recovery with Nicole. I'm hungry, y'all. I'm gonna eat a turkey sandwich while we chit chat. Hey y'all. Come on in, everybody. Okay. All right. Hey guys. My day was good. What about y'all's? Good day today. Honestly, I've been making a list of people that I need to reach out to for my job. And dealing with my son and that dang Fortnite game drives me insane, y'all. 3 weeks, that's amazing. Congratulations, man. Great job. Great job. So I noticed I was getting an influx of comments on this video I made like 6 months ago, about not referring to myself as an addict. Like, I like to say, hi, my name's Nicole and I'm a person in recovery. Lord have mercy, y'all. You would think I was drawing blood. You know, people don't understand that when I say I just refer to myself as a person in recovery, it doesn't mean that I'm not saying that I have the disease of addiction. It's just me saying that I would rather refer to myself as a person in recovery than say I'm a person that's addicted. I feel like I am a person who's gotten past the addiction part. Now I'm in the recovery part. So that's why I say my name's Nicole and I'm a person in recovery. Just so everybody knows. Okay, I'm gonna get my pickles, and then we're gonna do recovery. Okay. Okay, here we go. And listen, to each their own. If you want to say my name's Nicole and I'm an addict, I totally support you in that. Okay. I totally support you in that. I just got to a point where I just felt like I was saying it. I just felt like it was bringing me down almost. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing against anybody who refers to themselves as an addict. It was just affecting me in a negative way. And so now I feel like when I say my name's Nicole and I'm a person in recovery, just saying it makes me feel like lifted up. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, that's all. It's really not that deep. Okay, so congratulations, Amanda. Great job. So what I was thinking that we could talk about tonight, you guys, is relationships in recovery. So you guys know that both me and my husband are recovering addicts, and we've been together for almost 10 years. He's my best friend. When we first met, we were struggling. We were struggling because we were both in active addiction. So it was a big transition for both of us to go from actively using to people in recovery. You know, when I met Neil, we were at the peak of our addiction. We were both really bad off. And, but we both also wanted to get help. You know what I mean? We wanted to change our lives. We just didn't know how to do it. And so when we finally did get help, we we did it two different ways. One of the things that I've realized about myself is that I like to kind of like lead the way, and my husband is more of a follower. And so I started leading and doing my recovery, and I was trying to get my husband involved with me, but you know, my sponsor would tell me, Nicole, you have to let him find his own way. You can't choose his recovery for him. And so I had to pull back and let him do his own thing, you know? It wasn't easy at all. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Brandy. Come on in, y'all. So basically, I'm going to tell y'all all about how codependent my ass was. Honey, before I even met my husband, I was codependent. I used to date this guy. His name was LD. We were both in active addiction. Horrible. He has relapsed. He relapsed last year. What did I do? I stood beside him. No, I stood beside him for sickness and through sickness and in health. When he relapsed, I was crying. I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. I was so depressed. So I called my sponsor, and she told me. She said, "Are you willing to go through it with him? Are you willing to work this out? Are you willing to stand beside him through this hardship?" You know what I mean? Do you want to do the work, basically, is what she was asking me. I was like, yeah, I'm in this for the long haul. And so, the first time it happened, I told him, you know, you can't do that. You're going to ruin our lives. We're going to lose everything. And so I just really got emotional about it. But when it kept on happening, I told him, you know what you're going to do? You're going to go stay at your mom's house, because I can't have you over here, because it was so depressing. It was so overwhelming. And so that's what he did. He went over to his mom's house, and believe me, she probably drove him nuts. Mm-hmm. Because she is even more of a nag than I am. So we worked through it. My main priority was to protect me and my son. Main priority. Because I have to stay sober. Okay? I got sober in 2015. When I got sober, I knew I wasn't going to ever go back. People can say, you don't know that, you don't know that. Yes, I do. I don't never want to go back. I never want to get high again. I never want to lose everything in my life. I don't want to ruin my life. And so I am confident that I won't go back. And so I knew that I wasn't going to be, making any mistakes. No. There was a period when I questioned it, because I thought maybe if I did, I don't know what I thought. I was just so sad, and I was so afraid, because instead of thinking about how he's sick, I was thinking that he was using because he didn't love me. Instead of knowing that it was his addiction, I was saying, he's using because he doesn't love me. He doesn't love me anymore, which was not true. He was sick. And so I was taking it personally. I was taking it like it was my fault. It had nothing to do with me. and it had everything to do with what was going on inside of him. He was unhappy. His job was stressful. It was the holidays. A lot of different outside factors played into this situation. And so that's one of the first things that I want to tell you guys, that if you're struggling and you have a loved one who is using, remember, don't take it personal. It's not about you. And that's what I had to realize, because I kept making it about me. I kept taking it like it was all my fault. He doesn't love me. He doesn't want to be with me. He doesn't love our son. He doesn't care about us. And that had nothing to do with it. It's the disease of addiction. It's cunning, baffling, and powerful. And so, in his situation, as you guys can see with my life, I do recovery 24/7. Okay? Okay. Kay says, I try to get him to stop, but he won't. He just sits at home doing drugs, and he was on the verge of losing everything. Kay, first of all, you can't get him, okay, to stop using. What I would do if I was you is I would sit down and I would have a come to Jesus meeting. I would say, hun, do you want to get sober? Do you want to have a healthy lifestyle? Do you want to be a part of this family? Ask him that. And if he says yes, then he'll be willing to do and get help. If he says no, then you have to start making some decisions. I'm talking to this one girl. If I do things right, I think it could really help my mental health. That's awesome, Wicca. And blames me, saying I'm not doing enough to help him. Kay, it is not your responsibility to rescue or help him. When you see me coming in here a lot, I've either relapsed or I'm wanting to. It's a struggle. Hey, Sugar Boom Boom. Well, stick around, girl. Stay with us. I'm 16 and I'm currently have been doing 10 milligram pink oxy for a few days. Earl, I'm going to have to ask you to please go and talk to your parents. I'm sorry, but you're underage and I can't do anything to help you, honey. Tomorrow I have 2 years clean. Hey, that's awesome, Danny. Congratulations. I've been lying. Stop drinking, but not the ice. Hey, Mariah. Well, you're not lying anymore. You just came clean, girl. So welcome to the family. That's the first step, is getting honest and admitting that you have a problem. And so now that you've gotten honest about it, guess what time it is? It's time to reach out. It's time to look into getting some help. It's time to either get into some meetings, get into some intensive outpatient treatment, go to rehab, call somebody. That's what it's time to do. Okay? So opening up and sharing with us that you're struggling, you are on the right path, girl. So you're already treading the path of happy destiny, girl. You're on your way. When I was in my active addiction, I wouldn't even admit that I was struggling with an addiction. I was just like, oh, I'm having the greatest time of my life. I just love this. And in all actuality, I was miserable and dying inside. I wanted to die every single day. I see my husband high on pills, and that triggers me into wanting to use. Any advice? Yeah, sure, I got some advice for you. When he's like that, don't be around him, okay? If he's using, have him leave the house. If he continues to use, and you're like me, and you want to help him and you want to stay with him, then he needs to remove himself from the house. So that way you don't have to see that, okay? Because you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to stay sober. So he needs to remove himself from that area and let you be, so that way you can stay sober, take care of your family. All right? Or you can do the other way around, and you and your kids, or if you have kids, can leave and go somewhere like your mom's house. But what I would do is I would say, heck no, I'm staying here. This is my house. You go. Yes, baby. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go upstairs and talk to Dad, because I'm doing my live stream.
Dad's asleep. He won't
No, he just lay down. Go and ask your dad, please. Thank you.
He's not going to say anything. He's going to say no.
Nate, go up there and ask your dad. I've got 8 months clean after a decade of use. I never thought I could go a full day. That's awesome, Priscilla. Good job. Good job. Thank you, Colin. So, okay. think a lot of people don't understand, like, when you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all are both in recovery and they start to struggle with their addiction, it is like the scariest thing that can ever happen. It's like all this anxiety starts coming through. I mean, my brain started going to the worst possible places imaginable. I had to separate myself from that situation. I stayed on the phone with my friends. Me and my son went to my mom and dad's house because I needed outside support. When you're going through that, you have to talk to people. You have to let people know you're struggling, okay? Don't be scared and don't be embarrassed to share if you're struggling. I think about using all day nonstop. How do I stop? Frizzy, this is what you need to do, okay? So what I hear you saying is that you are obsessing over drugs. That means you are in the middle of the process, okay? So for those of you guys that are new to Real Talk Recovery, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a graph and I'm going to share with you guys the disease process, how it goes. Okay, and then you can identify what step you're in that process. And if you can identify where you're at, guess what? You can change it. You don't have to be in that place, all right? So, whenever the disease of addiction, whenever our disease process starts winding itself up, what it starts out with, does anybody know that is a regular here? What it starts out with is a trigger, okay? What is a trigger? A trigger can be something that you see, smell, hear, taste. It can be an emotion. It can be anything, really. It can be you being at the gas station and seeing a bottle of liquor. It can be you running into your old friend. It can be you hearing a rap song that you used to get high to. It can be you driving down a neighborhood and remembering like one time that you caught dope there. Those are all triggers, right? So the disease process starts with a trigger. All right, after we have been triggered, then what happens? That trigger triggers a thought, okay? The thought might be, oh, I remember what it was like to get high on Xanax, or, oh man, I need to go get me a bottle of beer. Whatever the thought can be, okay? It goes trigger, thought. All right, if you don't get yourself and change that thinking, if you don't change your thinking right there, guess what you're moving into? You're going to move into obsession, okay? Obsession, and that's where you're at right now. You can't stop thinking about drugs. It's on your mind, right? This is a crucial spot right here. This is the time where you need to turn around and go the other way, okay? This is what I would do. I would tell everybody. I would tell my mom, my dad, my husband, my wife, my sister, my brother, I'm struggling. I can't stop thinking about getting high. I need help. I need you guys to rally around me. I need support, okay? You cannot let your mind go there because your mind is a deadly spot. Did you know that being alone inside your head is the worst place that you could ever be as an addict? The worst place you could ever be, okay? So you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. It's like being in the hood inside of your head. I'm talking drive-by shootings, fucking mass deaths. I'm talking people shooting down buildings, planes falling, crashing, all kinds of stuff happening inside of an addict's brain, okay? So you need to let everyone know and get everyone around you, all right? Tell them, don't let me out of your sight. Keep me in the house with you. I need help. I can't do this alone, all right? It's going to be difficult because what you're doing is you're used to that. That's what your brain is used to doing. Your brain is used to going to that place, right? It's like muscle memory. Your brain has practiced getting high so many years, right? Your brain has practiced going from, I'm having a hard day today. I need to get high. Or I'm working really hard at work today. I need a reward. Or, you know what? I just feel great today. I'm happy, or I'm in a bad mood. That was our coping mechanism. And so now guess what you have to do? You have to get a new coping mechanism. And so one of those coping mechanisms is going to be to talk about it. Like I said, reaching out, getting help. Another coping mechanism is sit down, get yourself a journal, and write and write and write. Write the way you're feeling, okay? Write everything in there that you can think of that's making you feel any type of way, okay? Get outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk, but not alone. Make sure you take somebody with you that can go with you and be with you, so that way you don't walk to the dope man's house. Like Nate. Nate said he'll go for a walk with you guys if you're struggling. Okay?
Wait, with somebody else that I don't know at all?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, never mind. He said he's not going with strangers. But, you know, you can find you a random kid on the side of the road and take him for a walk with you.
What?
Seriously, though, you guys, like, when you are in that obsession, like, you got to do everything you can to change that thought. Go out to eat with some friends. Go take your dog for a walk. Read a book. Watch a movie about recovery. Come hang out and do a recovery meeting with us. Go onto YouTube. These are all things that can help you shift your thinking to a good place. You know what I'm saying? That will help you so much. So that's where you're at. Trigger, thought, obsession. If you don't get past that obsession, do you know what's going to happen, you guys? Do you know what the next step is? The next step is use, okay? And so this is how it goes. It goes trigger, thought, obsession, use, okay? And once you pick up, then you start getting these feelings of remorse, guilt, shame. You're like kicking yourself in the ass. Why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. It wasn't even worth it. You know, all that kind of stuff. And then after you use, then those cravings come full force. Boom, 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 boom. And that's where it just gets worse. Once you start craving, you guys, it's like a vicious cycle. And then you're off to the races on that spree. And that's how the disease process happens in your mind, okay? Trigger, thought, obsession, use, craving, spree. All right? All right. Do you believe that you have to overcome your past traumas to stay sober, like admit things happen? I think it's really important to do that kind of stuff because you need to get it out of you. There was a lot of bad stuff that happened to me when I was in active addiction and before I started using drugs. And so I worked the 12 steps with a sponsor and I did a 4th step and I wrote all that stuff down and I talked all about it, you guys. I'm talking like I bared my soul. I was butt fucking naked telling all my fucking secrets, the black, dark secrets that nobody knew. And then I sat down and I prayed and I asked God to remove all of my defects of character and help me to be a better person. Help me to stay sober, okay? I did all that with my sponsor and that really, really helped me a lot. If you're not a 12-step person, I suggest getting a therapist and telling them all that shit. Get it out of you, man. It'll be the best thing you ever did. You will feel free like a bird. Do you know what it's like carrying burdens like that on your back? It's like carrying a fucking brick house on your back, trying to pull the weight of the world and have that pain inside of you, right? The pain inside of you from childhood, from your teenage years, from relationships that went sour, men or women that treated you badly, family members that walked all over you, people that you hurt and harmed, because we know we weren't innocent. We hurt people too. You know what I mean? But we have to take responsibility for that. We have to heal we have to find our part in it. You know what I mean? Because we hurt a lot of people also. That was one of the things that was really hard for me when I got sober because I was still stuck in this mindset that everyone else had wronged me. And when you finally get to this place where you start looking at yourself in the mirror and the reflection looking back at you is a big pile of fucking shit, like a shit emoji, I would look at myself in the mirror and that's all I could see was a shit emoji on my head. Because I had done so many bad things. I had hurt so many people. I had hurt my son. I had hurt my husband. I hurt my mom and dad. All those things were staring back at me from the mirror. You know what I mean? And that is like such an overwhelming feeling to feel that and don't do it alone. Don't feel those feelings by yourself. That's why I'm such a huge advocate for people joining together, for fellowship, for community. That's why we do these live streams every night, because not only is it helping you guys, but it helps me. It helps me to be here with all of you guys. It helps me to share these things with you guys. It gets me excited. This is what makes me want to stay sober, is being here and helping you guys and sharing my story with you guys and sharing the truth with you guys. You know, sharing the truth of what happened in my life and how I've been able to stay sober even through my husband's relapse last year. You know, that is living proof that you can stay sober no matter what, through any situation. And that's what I'm trying to help people see. That's what I'm trying to show people, is that you don't have to get high no matter what. There's no reason good enough for you to throw away your sobriety today. And that's where I've gotten to in my life. I don't want to throw away my sobriety. Sorry. Hey, Jared. So let me go back up. Hold on. Someone I love has been sober 2.5 years, but can't talk about his childhood at all. It hurts for him. Yes. And so for somebody in that situation that has so much trauma and they have been hurt so bad, especially a man, I suggest them finding another man to work with, like a sponsor, or going to see a therapist. Like, a lot of times guys don't trust, a lot of men, it's hard for them to get into relationships and trust another man to tell their stuff to. And so seeing a professional like a therapist, I think that a lot of guys would feel more comfortable with that. And so you can see somebody, they're not going to go talk about your business. You're not going to see them at the meeting over here gossiping to Tim or Joe or whoever. And I'm telling you guys, therapy changed my life. It really did. Thank you, Nicole. Your videos have helped me. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Frizzy. I'm glad you found me too. Oh, Jen, is this a safe place for medication-assisted treatment, y'all? Jen, let me tell you a secret. Your girl's on 1.5 milligrams of Suboxone, honey, so you're welcome here. And anybody else that has anything to say about it will get bitch slapped about in the chat. Yes, this is an all-inclusive, very supportive group of people that are in recovery that utilize many different forms to get to where they're getting. And I support it all. If you're on Suboxone, I support you. If you're on methadone, I support you. If you're on marijuana, I support you. If you're utilizing Kratom, I support you. I just want you to be okay. I just want you to be healthy. I just want you to find the same freedom that I have found in recovery. Okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys have freedom. Freedom from your past. And that is what helps me. You know what helps me so much? People give me a hard time because I share so much here on my TikTok account, but they don't understand. I'm free. I have nothing to hide. There's no exposing me for anything, because guess what? I tell all my business here on TikTok. Y'all know my whole life story. You guys know everything that has ever happened to me. Shoot, I told y'all a story time yesterday about the time I caught 3 STDs when I was in my active addiction from one person. That's embarrassing as hell, but I told it. You know why? Can't nobody else expose my truth, because I've already told it. I've already told it. This is the only place that doesn't make me feel bad about being on Suboxone. Kristen, I'm so happy to hear that, girl. Have you tried or know anybody that has tried Sublocade? Rain, yes, girl, we do. Diana, are you in here? Diana in recovery. She's on the Sublocade shot. Hold on, y'all. I'm hungry. Okay, so I used to carry shame and guilt, okay? A lot of it. I used to carry a lot of shame and guilt for the things that I did in my active addiction. Hey, Shay girl, I love you too. For the things that I did when my little boy was little. Just shame and guilt, period. And I remember the first time I told my story. I went to the treatment center I graduated from, and I told my story. And the feeling that I felt after sharing my story, like I told you guys, it was like a pound, millions of pounds of bricks had been lifted off of my shoulders, and I was free. I was free, and I didn't have to carry that burden anymore by myself. And that's what I do here, is I get to be free. I get to give you guys can carry these burdens with me. You guys can help support me. And that's what I hope that you guys know I'm here to do for you as well. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be embarrassed. There is nothing, honey, that you've done that I haven't done either, okay? There's nothing you can say to me that will surprise me at all. There's no one in the world that could come to me and say anything that I would turn away from them for. I want to help you any way I can. I want to support you any way I can. I want to meet you where you're at. If you are in active addiction and you're struggling, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to support you until you're ready to get help. Okay? That's what recovery is about. Recovery is about meeting the person where they're at. Meeting the person who's struggling with addiction where they're at. You know? Back to the family with addiction and family. We are so emotionally connected to our loved ones when they're struggling that it's hard to separate that love from the situation that's going on when they're struggling with their addiction, right? Like I was telling you guys earlier, I kept on taking it personal, like it was my fault that my husband was struggling. Like I was blaming myself and saying that it was because he didn't love me or he didn't want to be with me anymore. And that's not what it was. What it was he's an addict and he's sick and he needed help, you know? Until I finally let go and stopped blaming myself, I struggled the whole time. I cried every single day, but not anymore. I'm free. And I'm so proud of my husband, you guys, because he's got 6 months fucking sober, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing. All of you guys that are in here that are sober, your sobriety time is amazing. It is the most best thing that ever happened. When I got on Suboxone in 2015, so many people told me, you're not in recovery. You can't share your story. You know that that's an opioid, don't you? Oh, you're going to try and get off of it and you'll just relapse. Oh, that's liquid handcuffs. And that's they say about methadone, but they say, well, that's handcuffs or whatever. You guys, it was so discouraging because, see, I had tried to get sober for over 10 years. I've been to treatment center after treatment center after treatment center, 6 of them to be exact. I was locked up in prison for a whole fucking year. Okay, I've been to over 10 different sober living houses, in and out, in and out. And so when I got on Suboxone and I stopped having this craving, I stopped thinking about wanting to use drugs anymore. I started being able to focus on building my life back and building my recovery. It was a fucking miracle, man. It was a miracle from God. I was like, this is it. This is it. I found what was helping me, you know? But so many people try to discourage me, you guys. And what I can tell you is this. Hey, April, if you're on MAT and you've gone somewhere and people are discouraging you and they're in recovery, I'm going to tell you straight up. Somebody that's going to discourage you, that's claiming recovery, honey, they got a lot more wrong with them than you do with you. They're the ones who are damaged in the inside. Okay? It's not about you. When somebody has to pass judgment on you for your means of recovery, it's because they're insecure. It's because they don't know themselves on the inside. Because, see, I don't have to look down on anybody else's recovery. Okay? I'm glad you made it out. I'm glad you're not shooting dope no more. I'm glad you're not smoking dope no more. I'm glad you're not eating dope no more. I'm glad you're not drinking alcohol no more. Hey, Jimmy, I just want people to have their lives back because I know what it's like to be at the bottom and be homeless and have to do things that you don't want to do to get drugs. Okay? Yes, that is a great, Mara is an amazing, amazing meeting for those of you guys that are on MAT, marijuana, or kratom. Try Mara. It is an amazing program. They have 12 steps and 12 traditions. But it's so amazing and so accepting and so loving and so open-minded. You guys will love it. I promise you. Mark my words, if you go to a Mara meeting, you will never want to change back to the regular way. They're so good. So, when I was in early recovery and all these people were discouraging me and telling me that I wasn't in recovery and I wasn't sober because I was utilizing Suboxone, back then, do you know what almost happened? I almost let those people affect me. I almost jumped off Suboxone and I would have relapsed. You know what I mean? That's what would have happened. I'll put it in the chat, you guys. There you go. They also have a Facebook group. So, I almost listened to those people, you guys. And if I had listened to them, I wouldn't be here with you guys today. Okay? Girl, it was crunchy. It was crunchy. It was real good. And you know what? I was getting real down, you guys. I was getting real down today. I was getting real down yesterday. I was like, how am I going to get out of this funk? You know, people are coming for me. People are judging me. People are talking badly about me. What am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this funk? And then I went over tonight and I watched Dr. B's live stream. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to come on here and I'm going to give it my all. And I'm going to talk about my recovery. I'm going to talk about addiction and the family. And I'm going to just help people. That's how I'm going to get out of this funk. Nobody can hold me back. Nobody can hold me back. You know why? Because I'm doing the right thing today. Today, I am giving of my time. I am helping others. I am selflessly giving. Nobody can fuck with me today. Okay? I'm on fucking cloud 9, y'all. Cloud 9. I have a freedom that I have never felt because I have no more secrets. All the secrets, they're all out. There's no secrets to be, nobody can, nothing. It's all out. And so now, you know what? I can sit here and I can just share with you guys and I can help you guys and I can like let you guys know that you're not alone. You know, it's the best feeling in the world, you guys, to be able to be myself and share and not worry about people judging me. I stopped worrying about what people think about me because that was keeping me sick. I don't need validation from anyone else, and neither do you. You don't need validation from somebody to say you're sober. You don't need validation from somebody to say you're in recovery. You are what you say you are. You are what is in your heart. That's what it is. Do you know how long it took me to let go of what other people thought about me? Do you know how many years it's taken me to stop seeking validation from these other people that have nothing to do with my life? Do you know how long that has taken me? It has been a long process. But I'm telling you right now, I don't want you guys to have to go through that long of a process. I don't want you guys to have to question your sobriety like I did for 2 years. Okay? The first 2 years of my sobriety, I was always thinking that I wasn't good enough and I shouldn't be able to share and I wasn't included and I couldn't sponsor people and I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. You guys, I'm telling you right now, I don't want you to go through that. You can do all those things. You can help people. You can do recovery coaching. You can be a therapist. You can be a counselor. You can run a treatment center. You can do anything. You can do anything. If you're utilizing MAT, you can do anything. Your recovery is valid. All right? So, I think a lot of people, when I say things, they take it out of context, you know? And so I had made a video, I want to talk about this real fast, about, you know, calling myself a person in recovery and not saying addict anymore. And I think a lot of people are taking that out of context. When I say that I like to call myself a person in recovery, it's not because I'm saying I'm not an addict. I know I'm an addict, But I don't like saying, hey, my name's Nicole, I'm an addict. I want to say, hey, my name's Nicole, and I'm a person in recovery, because I feel like I'm moving forward. I feel like I'm taking the next step in my life. You know what I mean? I feel like when I was saying, hey, my name's Nicole, I'm an addict, I feel like I was staying paused at one step. Now I feel like I have went to the next step. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, you guys. I hate that people are taking it to offense that I'm saying that my name's Nicole and I'm a person in recovery. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying that I don't want to be called an addict. The word addict has a lot of negative stigma attached to it. Anybody that says it doesn't is a liar, because it does, and it has for years. You know, I'm recovering from the disease. I still have it, but mine's in remission, baby. It's on pause, just like yours is. If you're not using drugs, your disease is in remission. It's on pause, baby, and you're doing the right thing. So I want to keep moving forward, and I feel like by keeping myself in that one spot, that it was keeping me stagnant. That does not mean that I'm not an addict still. It just means that I'm using different terminology that's pushing me and propelling me forward instead of holding me back stagnant in one spot. Okay, I feel like our words are very powerful. Okay, what we say, we are speaking our shit into existence. All right, so if I'm constantly saying my name's Nicole, I'm an addict, I'm an addict, I'm an addict, I'm an addict, I'm gonna be stuck in that addict place, you know. I am Nicole and I'm a person in recovery. That's where I want to be stuck at, is in that recovery place. I want to be in that forward motion. Okay? And so, yeah. Ooh. My addiction is no longer in control. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Guess what, addiction? I'm stepping in front of you because my name's Nicole. I'm a person in recovery. You don't get the front seat anymore because I'm taking over. The girl that should have always been front and center, myself, Nicole, is taking the fucking lead now. Because this was me from all the beginning. When I was in my addiction, I lost myself. I wasn't me. I am a helper. I am a giver. I am a person who cares about other people so much that I sacrifice my own self. And when I was in active addiction, I was none of those things. I was a liar. I was a manipulator. I took from people. I took from my mom and dad. I ran them ragged. I ran my husband ragged. I stayed gone for days and days and days while my husband was here with our child. I was such a piece of shit when I was in my active addiction, but now I'm moving past that, and that's what I'm trying to share with you guys. And I want you guys to know that that isn't me saying that I'm not an addict. That's not me saying I'm not an addict, okay? That's me saying that I want to move past, I want to keep pushing forward, and I don't want anyone to ever get it twisted. I know that I have the disease of addiction. It's never going to go away completely. I know that. It's always lingering. It's always right here, hanging out on my shoulder, waiting for me to fuck up. You know what I mean? That's why I have to make good choices today. You know, that's why I have practiced day in and day out, making good choices. That's why I make the choice every day to come on here and talk with you guys and do recovery groups. That is why. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand? Like, doing this is like, this helps me. This is like my therapy, coming on here and sharing with you guys and hanging out and talking about recovery, sharing with you guys these like epiphanies that I have in my mind, these like breakthroughs, because that's what I'm having. Every day I have moments of like clarity and these breakthroughs where I realize like, damn, I am morphing into an amazing person. I have changed so much from the way I used to be. I don't think you guys understand. I'm such a different person now. I have literally just, I have changed so much, and it's amazing, and I want you guys to experience that same thing. You know how I got to where I'm going, you know how I got here? I got here, you guys, consistency. I got here by doing what I said I was going to do when I said I was going to do it. I got here by going to my therapy when I was scheduled to go to therapy. I got here by being honest. I got here by opening up my heart and sharing the hard stuff, sharing the shit that hurts me, sharing about my son and my struggles with addiction while I was pregnant. You know, that was one of the things that I didn't really talk about for the longest time because of the judgment that I knew I was going to get. I knew I was going to get judgment. I knew people were going to talk shit about me. You know what I mean? I knew people were going to just look down on me. But I had to get that out of me, you know? And once I have gotten that out of me, I feel like a new person. I feel like nothing can stop me now. And I want you guys to feel that same way. I want you guys to put in the work. I want you guys to be diligent with your recovery. I want you guys to get serious about your sobriety. Today I was talking to Micah because me and Micah are doing recovery coaching today. And she opened up to me about some stuff that she's been keeping from me. Hey, Micah, I was just talking about you. And I was telling her, just like I tell you guys, you can talk to me about anything. You don't have to, I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to be mad at you. Okay? I'm not going to think badly of you. I'm not, none of that stuff. I promise you, when you think that you are, I'm going to be mad or I'm going to judge you, it's like the opposite. I'm going to love you even more for being honest with me and telling me the truth. You know, that is what I'm going to do. You worked so hard to get to where you are today, and I just want to say I'm proud of you. Hey, thanks, Flower Child. Sober versus recovery. Sober is just without alcohol. I mean, you know, if we want to get technical, it's just without alcohol. But sober to me is, you know, not using drugs and alcohol. Recovery is when you do the work. It's an inside-out game, girl. You got to change the insides before it can reflect on the outside. And that's what I've had to do. I worked my ass off to heal on the inside. I worked my ass off to become a better person and to change my behaviors. I worked my ass off to learn how to help other people change their behaviors and be a better person. I worked my ass off to connect with my God. My God. Not your God, not your higher power, my God. I worked my ass off because, see, I had turned my back on my God. See, I was mad at him because I thought he had abandoned me. I was blaming him because guess what? I was blaming him for abandoning me. But guess who abandoned who? Guess who? I abandoned him. I turned my back on him. I turned my back on my support system. I turned my back on everyone. And I went to the drugs. See, everybody else was there for me. God, my mom, my dad, my sisters, they were all there for me. I turned and walked away from them. And they fought to get me back. And I want you guys to know that you can fight to get yourself back. Once I realized that this is the way I wanted to go and I wanted to change my life, I have been fighting tooth and nail to get back to the Nicole that I was before I ever used drugs. The person that I could barely even remember. I couldn't even remember that person. And I feel like I'm finally getting back to that person. I feel like I'm finally starting to feel who I really am. I just want other people to feel the way I feel. I want other people to feel free and feel love and feel happiness and be with their families and actually enjoy being with their families. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you guys to have that same freedom that I feel now. I haven't felt this feeling in a long time, and I want to share it with as many people as I can. Because being in recovery was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was so afraid to get sober. I thought it was going to be horrible. I thought that I was not going to be able to do it. I thought that when I got sober, I was going to be miserable. I was going to be thinking about drugs all the time. I'm going to tell you guys right now, my life has never been better. I have never been better. I've never had a better job. I've never had a better relationship. I've never had a better connection with myself and my parents, my sisters, my husband, all that. 1,000 times better than it could ever be because I'm in recovery today. And you can be that too. And that's what I guess I'm trying to get to a point is that you can get to that point too. I didn't think I was going to be able to get there. Okay? I didn't think that I would be able to get to, it's like you're, Jen, hey kid, hey Vicky, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. It was like, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm saying. I thought, I'll never be able to get sober. I'll never be able to, like, have a good time. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It ain't all rainbows and unicorns over here. I still struggle with depression. I've got, a lack of energy and motivation. I got some of that shit going down. But when I say, like, I'm content, I'm happy, I have my family, I have my son, I have my mom and dad. My mom and dad trust me. My mom and dad want to be around me today. You know, that's the best thing in the whole wide world to me because I love my parents. We are family. We are family oriented, you know? And so having them trust me, having them throw a birthday party for my son and spend the day at the beach with us on Sunday or Saturday, that was amazing. That was the best thing. Hey, Lex, that would have never happened if I was still in my addiction. Because I would have been out there. My parents wouldn't have wanted to be around me because I would have been, you couldn't chain me down. I was so fucking wild. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just a hot mess express. I just have so much I want you guys to experience, and I want you guys to find this place where you're happy and you're sober and you're thriving. I want you guys to know that there was a point in my recovery where, like, I was crying all the time. I was hurting really bad. I'm crying tears of joy today. But like this was like, I was depressed. I was sad. I didn't know what the next step was going to be, you know? I didn't know how I was going to be able to maintain and stay sober. And it was so daunting to me. It was so overwhelming to think about how I was going to stay sober for the rest of my life. So you know what I had to stop doing? I had to stop thinking about the rest of my life. And I had to start focusing on today. That's what I have had to do. I've had to start focusing on just today, making today the greatest day I can make it, connecting with my son, connecting with my husband, doing work with you guys, and then the next day I start again. And day by day by day, it gets better and better and better, you know? So I feel like I just kind of was on a whole, a little bit of a rant there, but it was a good rant. I just want you guys to understand that you can have this too. You can have recovery. You can be happy. You can have everything that you ever thought you couldn't have. Okay? I want you guys to know that. She got me actually feeling, aw, hey Steve, what you doing? Being present, one of the best gifts I got. It is. It's so hard when you're alone. I know, girl, I know. You know what you need to do? If you're all alone, what I would do is I would get out of there, I would get to some meetings, find some people that you can relate to, and make some meaningful friendships. You know what I mean? Some meaningful friendships. Even though it might not be your family, friends can be just as good as family. You know what I mean? Hey, Rory, what's up? So, why don't we do this? I'm going to stop blabbing my mouth. If you guys got questions, comments, suggestions, I don't know, things you need to talk about, put them in the comments. I'll read them and we'll go from there. Okay? It will help you to get it out. You just get it out of your chest, put it on the screen, and we'll work through it together. Okay? And we have a little, sorry y'all know what time it is. I gotta take this damn over the shoulder boulder holder off because I'm dying here. That's good. All right. Oh, really, Micah? Sorry, y'all. I'm like, oh gosh. It makes my back hurt just fucking having it on. No way, girl. Did you tell him I said he ain't paying him back? Ashley says, I'm 31 days strong, still a struggle day by day. Ashley, I want you to change the way you speak about your recovery. I want you to say, I'm 31 days strong, I'm kicking ass, and I'm taking names. Start speaking that into existence. Start speaking it. I'm going to be kicking ass and taking names. Today's going to be a good day. I promise you. I had to start changing the way I spoke in my mind and out loud, because I was always speaking negatively. I was always kind of like setting myself up for the next fall. You know what I mean? And I know it might sound lame or stupid or whatever, but I promise you, start trying to interject some positivity into the way you speak, and it will change your life. I promise you. You and others make me feel less alone, even if I'm just watching. Hey, that's what's up, girl. This is like a meeting. I've never done this online. Well, welcome to the family, Steve. We do this every night at 7:30 p.m. Central. Good, Micah. I love what you do on here, how you help people. I had a very bad past for 5 years. Clean now, though. I'm proud of you, Rory. Good job, man. Yes, manifestations. Yes. Think your way into acting. Exactly. And I'm telling you guys, like, I used to think that it was like, when my sponsor started telling me that I needed to speak more positive and stuff, I was like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when I actually started putting it into action, dude, it changed my life. Hey, Mama. Hey, Heather. Another thing that helped change my life, y'all are gonna laugh at me. Gratitude lists. Gratitude lists. Making a gratitude list every single day. Okay? Every single day when I wake up in the morning, I make a gratitude list. 5 things I'm grateful for. Every night when I go to bed, I make a gratitude list. A mental gratitude list. You know, I don't write it down. But I'm telling you guys, a grateful heart doesn't get high. When you're living in gratitude, you ain't got time to go out and get fucked up. Because guess what? You're happy. You're not looking for an escape. You're not looking for relief. Because that's what we do when we get high. We're looking for escape. We're looking for relief. We're looking for a feeling, right? When we're grateful, we don't have to go look for that, because we already got that inside of us. We already have the good feelings inside of us. We don't have to go out and get fucked up. And so that helps me so It helps me so much. I woke up this morning. I was on a whole ass rant on TikTok this morning because of this drama that's been going on with these other people here online. And when I hung up the phone with you guys and got off that live stream, I said, you know what, Nicole? You need to change your fucking attitude. And I fucking wrote a gratitude list. And I looked at all the things I had to be grateful for. And I thought, you know what? This little bullshit right here, it ain't nothing. Look how much my life has changed. Look at all of you guys. There's 89,000 of you guys on this damn TikTok account. That's 89,000 I get to share the joy of recovery, the joy of being a mom to my son, the joy of being my husband's wife and helping people. How can I even be in a bad mood? What am I doing? I was kicking myself in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it. All the negativity, all the drama, guess what that is? That's the enemy coming against me. That's the enemy trying to knock me off my fucking place. That's the enemy trying to get me off track. All right? They're trying to knock me down so I have to climb back up and get up. No, ma'am. I'm standing steadfast. There's nobody that can knock me down, because today I know me. I know my motives. I know my intentions. I know my heart. So the enemy can be gone, honey. Can be gone. The power of Christ compels me. Get me my holy water. I'm throwing it on all these bitches. Okay? I'm telling you guys, like, nobody is going to take me down because I've worked too hard to get to where I'm at. All of you guys have. We all have. We have all been doing the right thing. We got to stay strong. We can't let nobody else affect us. When those people are doing that, guess what's wrong? It's not about us. When somebody is speaking negatively to you, they're commenting mean things on your account, they're gossiping about you, they're telling lies, it's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them. It is their heart. It is their evil. It is their sickness. And they're trying to get that sickness out on you. It's like a fly when they land on your food and they fucking throw up. That's what it's like. They're trying to land on you and throw up, get the sickness on you. You know what I'm saying? I got my shot. I don't need the sickness. I'm vaccinated. You know what I mean? I don't need the drama, gossip, sickness. I don't need the chaos and fucking meanness, you know, jealousy, green with envy, sickness. We don't have to have that no more. We don't have to be around that no more. I don't need that, you guys. And I'm telling y'all, I'm on fire tonight because I have had a bad couple of days. That negativity, that drama, that was hurting me. That was affecting me. Okay? That was making me sick. All right? That was holding me back. I'm not going to let those people hold me back and keep me down because guess what? I was bringing that here and I wasn't providing you guys with recovery. I wasn't providing you guys with support. I was providing you guys with bullshit and drama and weighing y'all down. Y'all don't come here for this. Y'all don't come here to hear about drama and chaos. Y'all come here to hear about recovery. You come here to get help. You come here to get support. And I let you down. I was bringing the drama that has been thrown at me all weekend. I'm sorry for doing that. You know, I should have been better about that. I should have dusted it off and walked off. You know, I fail sometimes. I fall short. I see where I fall short, though, and I can take responsibility for that. That's a huge thing that I've been working on. And, you know, I'm not always going to be perfect. Shoot, I might fall short again in a couple days and have something else going on. But you know what, you guys? I'm doing better. And every single day, I'm getting better and I'm getting better and I'm getting better. I want this to be a place where you guys can come and really get something out of it. I want you guys to come here and enjoy doing these things with me and enjoy doing these meetings with me. I look forward to doing this with you guys. That's why I'm setting up. People are coming on. They're going to share their stories, okay? That we're all going to be having a great time. I celebrated 29 years clean. Damn, girl. That's a lot of years. We got plans. So let me tell y'all. Tomorrow I'm going on Tony's channel on her YouTube and I'm going to share my story. But that's not going to be on TikTok. Then Wednesday, we're having Chrissy on, and she's going to share her whole story with us. Be ready, y'all. Okay? Oh, gosh. Then Thursday, I think I'm going to get Mama Shark to come on and share her story on Thursday night. All right? So I got plans. We're going to have some speakers during the week. Then we'll bounce back to me. Then we'll probably have another speaker, you know. Sure, Micah, you can share your story. You can share your story tomorrow. Any of you guys can share your story. Just reach out to me. Send me a DM and we'll have you on. You got to have 1,000 followers, though, so you can dual live me, okay? Well, party baby, I know y'all don't always want to hear my mouth yapping. So I got to have some other people up on here to break up the monotony. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's because they have like a little, it's their recovery fam, the Mama Shark fam. Do I make a list of the dates? What do you mean, honey? A list of the dates when I'm having people on? Thank you, party baby. I appreciate that. And if you guys missed this live stream tonight, guess where it's going to be? I'm going to upload it on my YouTube channel. So if you missed this, you can catch it on my YouTube channel. All right? I want to get clean, but I'm terrified of withdrawal. Honey. Oh, okay, yeah. I always post the day of or the day before when we're going to have a guest. I'll always post like something here on my TikTok account. What I can do is I can post like a list of the guests that we'll have on, so that way y'all will see. So what I'll start doing is on Sunday nights, I'll make a list of who we have for the next week, and y'all can plan your nights accordingly, okay? Sometimes it's spare of the moment, but most of the time I plan it. So this week we have Chrissy and then Mama Shark. That's the 2 speakers I have. Yesterday we had Ryan from Recovery. If you guys missed the Ryan and Recovery meeting, you can check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. I was afraid until I found a place I could detox with Matt. Yeah, M-A-T. Okay. Harambe, listen to me, okay? Don't be afraid to detox. If you're coming off opiates, they can detox you with Suboxone. If you don't want to do that, then you can go in there and they'll still give you some kind of medication to help, like comfort meds, you know? My YouTube channel is Real Talk Recovery with Nicole. All you gotta type in is Real Talk Recovery and it'll pop up. Micah, do you want to come on tomorrow night and share your story? That would be great. That way we don't have any gaps. You know what I mean? Because I feel like tonight was a great you and me guys, us together meeting. Then tomorrow we can have Micah on. Then Wednesday we'll have Chrissy on. And then Thursday we'll have Mama Shark on. Sally, I was on benzos. I was addicted to benzos for 13 years, girl. It was bad. Hey, Ann, look at my ring, you guys. Now that we're just chit-chatting, it's Tiger's Eye. Do you love it? Do y'all love it? Hey, Sarah. You guys, Sarah wants us to pray for her, okay? Tiger's Eye. Yes. I want to show y'all the company. Okay? They're super affordable. I follow them on Instagram. It's silver. It's silver. And the company is called BellaRubyJewelry.com. And they're so good. Go on Instagram and follow them. I bought this ring for 40 bucks. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really love talking to you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed my little, my rant about sobriety tonight. I just really got, I've really been struggling the last couple of days. And I really let the negativity get to me. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I let any of that bleed into my message. I'm so sorry if I made any of you guys feel uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. Hey, Banana, what's up, girl? I just have gotten so overwhelmed with the negativity and the negativity and the negativity. And it's just like so much weighing on me, you know? I'm just one person, you know? And so all this, like, it's hard sometimes, you know? But I'm going to do better. And and if it happens again, I'm going to rise above it and just move forward. So I feel like tonight we had a good talk. I hope you guys got a lot out of it, for real. How do you flip your mindset? That way you're not letting you get beat down. Honestly, Andrea, I was just letting myself get beat down before. And I had to just basically sit down and get in my head and be like, Nicole, you have been through so much. I have been through way worse situations. I have taken so much shit in my life. This is nothing. I'm stronger than this. I'm better than this. I can overcome this. You know what I mean? Hey, Squirrely, what's up? And so I just sit there and I build myself up. I hype myself up. And then I come on here and talk to you guys. And that helps me get hyped up even more. Sorry, my back really, really hurts, you guys. I always do positive affirmations. Always. In the mirror, I'll tell myself, you know, like, you got this, girl. You got this. Aw, thanks, Sally. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. What's up, lipstick and stilettos? Pump yourself up, girl. Hype yourself up. Gas yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nisha. That's what you got to do sometimes. You just got to pump yourself up. Don't let anybody drag you down. Don't let people affect you negatively, okay? People's opinion of you and what they're saying and how they treat you, that's not you though. That's them. That's their sickness, okay? As long as you're working on you and trying to be a better person, you're going in the right direction. You know what I mean? We are, listen to me, this little community right here, Real Talk Recovery, excuse me, we are growing, you guys, and this is amazing. There's 40 something of you guys here on the live stream. We're all chit-chatting and helping each other out. I got my mods in here. They're working hard. If you guys come in here and I don't see your comment, because I think I saw somebody say I didn't see their comment, please don't take it personally. Please don't take it personally. Y'all know how I get. I get to talking, I start going, then I get on this subject, then I get on this subject. If y'all didn't notice, like, I can get distracted really easily. And so I have to keep myself on track sometimes. So please don't take it personally, because it's nothing personal. Sometimes I just don't see it, or it doesn't register in my mind. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard for me to read and talk at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all are doing great. And so, what was I going to think about? I just want you guys to know, like, my life has changed so much, you know? I'm so much happier than I have ever been. What you struggling with, Tasha? I went way back and didn't see anything. Okay, thank you, selfless, self-isolated. I always think it says selfless, self-isolated. What are you struggling with, Tasha? You don't have to be struggling, girl. You're in here with us. You know what I'm saying? You're in here with us. We're chit-chatting. We're talking about recovery. We are telling all of our secrets. Secrets keep you sick. What's your secret, girl? Share it with us. Hey, Papa Shark. What's up, honey? I gotta wash my face, so y'all are coming with me. Oh gosh, it's dark. You know what, you guys, sometimes we go through struggles. You know why? To remind us that we're still here. Because sometimes life can just be going so smooth and we forget. And so we need a reminder, a wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? Tune in tomorrow, y'all. Micah's going to tell her story. Micah, you better not stand me up. You need to make a video, okay? It's all about mindset. It really is. And reinforcing that positive thinking, you guys. It helps to start talking to yourself. Instead of saying, I'm struggling, say, I'm overcoming. I'm going through a storm, but I'm going to overcome this. You know, one of the best things you can do if you're struggling. Hey, Gracie. Gracie, you know what? I'm looking at you. Gracie texted me today. Rescheduled with me. Micah was trying to reschedule with me. Oh, yeah, girl. Life changes are hard. It is, yes, I can totally understand that, okay? But you know what? When life is changing, that's a good thing, okay? That's a good thing. Let me tell you about something that happened in my early recovery that I literally thought it was going to be the death of me. So me and my husband got sober in 2015, right? And our son was in custody of the state because we had gotten him taken away by CPS. And we had to get a job. I had to go to treatment. We had a bunch of stuff we had to do in order to get our son back. So one of those things was I had to get a job when I got out of treatment. So I got me a job working at this little sandwich shop called Nukes. And you guys, I love that job. I got promoted to trainer, and I was making pretty good money, was working a lot of hours, and I was working with a sponsor. Her name was Christy. Me and Christy used to get high together when we were in our active addiction. Well, one day I was at work, and there was this girl. Me and this girl did not get along, but I just always stayed out of her way because I didn't want to start no shit. I was trying to do my job and get out of there, get my son back, you know? Well, one day she pissed me off real good and I attacked her. I ran, jumped on her, tried to strangle her in the middle of the kitchen, and bottom line, I lost my job. I got fired. Oh my gosh, I ran out of that kitchen. I called my sponsor crying and I was like, I got fired. I tried to fight somebody. And she goes to me, "It's okay. It's not a big deal." And I was like, "What do you mean it's not a big deal? Hey Deb, can you comment? What do you mean it's not a big deal?" Hold on. Let me see something. Make sure she's on. Oh yeah, you should be able to comment, Deb. She said, "It's a gift." I said, "What do you mean it's a gift?" She said, "Losing your job is a gift. You might not be able to see it now, but later on down the line, you'll realize it's a gift." So that pissed me off even more because, well, I wanted her to feel sorry for me and tell me that it was going to be okay and all this stuff, even though I had just got done trying to beat a bitch's ass. All right. And she went, "It's a gift, you know." And you know what? She was right. You know why? Because that job, losing that job, opened up the opportunity for my job at Hallmark. Losing that job opened up the job that I have now with Dr. B in Austin and Dr. G. So if I hadn't lost that job at Nukes in the very beginning, guess what? I wouldn't be here today making my TikToks, making my YouTube, doing recovery. So in the long run, it was a gift. And it brought me to where I'm at today. I'll be damned, huh? So, whatever you're struggling with, it might be hard at the moment. It might be uncomfortable. It's a gift. I promise. It's a gift. If I've been watching you for a couple days but have anxiety and you always get nervous to talk. Hey, Amanda. Don't be nervous here. You're fine. You ain't gotta be nervous, honey. There ain't nothing to be nervous around here for, okay? Oh, do I still keep in touch with my old sponsor, Christy? Well, let me tell you about that. We worked together for almost a year, and then I got a new sponsor. Well, I didn't see her as much anymore because I stopped going to the same meetings that she was going to, right? Well, she watches my YouTube channel. She watches my Facebook and my TikTok, like we're friends and all that. And so one day I was chilling and I got a text message on my messenger, my Facebook messenger. And it was her. And she had relapsed on benzos. Well, what she was trying to do was get an appointment. And she wanted to see if she could see Dr. B in California because she wanted to get an appointment to get prescribed benzos. And I told her, I was like, I don't think that is going to be a good idea because, you know, you're addicted to benzos. And then that's when she went back and forth, like trying to talk me into the fact that she actually needs them, you know what I mean? And so I don't know if she's gotten sober again yet, but I know last time I talked to her, she was struggling. And so it just goes to show you guys, like, what happened with her is she kind of like stopped going to meetings, and then she stopped, like, she just stopped doing anything with recovery. And she, like, I don't go to meetings like outside like I used to. I'm a Pisces. But I still do a lot of recovery like I do it here with you guys. And so I think what happened to her is she just got really complacent and stopped doing everything. And so it's okay if you don't go to meetings, you know, out all the time, but you got to be doing something for your recovery. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's that simple to get swept up. That's how fast it can happen, you guys. But you lose your recovery. honestly, all it would take for me is a couple of bad choices, a couple of like staying off of, not doing my recovery groups with you guys for 7 days, maybe going out and hanging out with some old friends. And then the next thing you know, boom, I'm back out there. And so that's why I got to stay consistent, you know, stay consistent, stay connected. That's what we do here. This is you guys are forming connections right now. Okay. I know it's just a chat, but you guys get used to seeing each other here. Okay. You get to know each other here. Everything. Hey, Sabrina. Oh, you got on Suboxone? You feel great? You feel good? Feel like you can live your life and actually do recovery now? See, it feels like you finally shut that obsession off in your brain about opiates, huh? That's what happened for me when I got on Suboxone. It was like I was struggling so bad, and then I got on Suboxone, and it shut off that like constant obsession, that constant thought to get high. And so I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be on MAT. It saved my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me tonight. Good job, Sabrina. Now, Sabrina, I'm glad that you did that. But now guess what? Now you need to put in the work. Okay, so this is what I suggest. I suggest you get into therapy and see a therapist at least 2 times a month. Okay, I suggest you get into some kind of recovery support group. AA, NA, MARA, Celebrate Recovery, Smart Recovery. Okay, and I suggest get yourself an accountability partner or some kind of mentor. All right, somebody that you can trust, that you can talk to every single day. You need to check in with them every single day, okay, and build your sobriety up until, you know, because that's what you got to do. Because if you don't do that, do you know what will happen? What will happen is you will be on medication-assisted treatment and you won't, nothing will change. It'll just be trading one addiction for the other, right? And so if you utilize MAT, make sure you get in there and you do that work, okay? You get in there and you start working on the causes and conditions of why you were getting high. Because no sane person wakes up and says, I'm going to be a drug addict today. I can't wait to turn into a bottomless pit junkie, right? No, nobody in their right mind does that. Okay, there's a reason why you started getting fucked up. Okay, whatever it was, you got to figure that out, and you got to figure out new coping skills so that way you don't make the same mistakes you did. And you know what else I'm so happy to see? Thank you, Amanda Watts. I'm so happy to see you ladies reaching out to each other and greeting each other as each other come in. That's what this is about. Okay, when somebody new comes in and we don't know who they are, we welcome them. Hey, welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming in. You know what I'm saying? We let them know that, you know, this isn't like a clique where they can't come and be a part of. Even with the boys, they can come in and hang out with us too. This is a group for everyone to come hang out. Anyone is welcome here. Okay, that's really, really important to me. Whenever I used to do these live streams on YouTube, I had moderators that greeted everybody and everything. So that's really, really important. That helps people to feel welcome and a part of. And that's what we want to do. Okay? Okay. So tomorrow, hey Raven, tomorrow night we'll be back on here at 7:30 Central. Okay? Same time, same place. Tomorrow night, Micah is going to share her story. So be here tomorrow night. It'll be me and Micah live streaming. Y'all get to hear her story. If you guys need anything, you know, you can always DM me, okay? Thanks, Melissa. I hope you guys really enjoyed tonight. I really had a fun time with y'all tonight. If you missed this live stream, I'm going to go upload it onto my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Real Talk Recovery with Nicole. Okay? Also, send me your before and after pictures. Send them to me. My Instagram is Real Talk Recovery. Send them to Real Talk Recovery Instagram, and I will make a video with you guys' before and after pictures. Thanks, Erica. Okay, so let's go over that one more time. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central, live stream. Here, Micah's telling her story. Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central. Here, Chrissy's telling her story. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. I'm uploading these videos onto there. It's Real Talk Recovery with Nicole. Send me your before and afters to my Instagram. It's Real Talk Recovery. I'm making videos of y'all's before and afters. Okay? All business adjourned. See y'all tomorrow. Good night.